Kia ora, hello, and thanks for joining us. I'm Philip Duncan. Well, we've got low pressure on the way this coming weekend, and it's going to bring in a southerly blast over to Sydney, and it's going to bring in a northerly and easterly wet event for parts of New Zealand. So let's try and break it all down. At the moment, that low is sitting out over here, and it's about to bring in a very windy, cold southerly for Adelaide, and then it'll slide along, moving up and towards Sydney by the weekend. And on the other side of that low, the northerly winds will be coming down over New Zealand. But before they arrive, those northerlies and northeasterlies, we've got to get rid of this system, this other low that we've had. Doing a bit of a Superman S at the moment, going that way, driving in a cooler airflow. That's about to move up the South Island over the next 24 hours. It's mostly out at sea for now, but it is going to come in and up and drop temperatures around the South Island, but it's still warmer than average in many parts of New Zealand for Wednesday. This is the setup for Thursday, and as you can see, there is that low moving away, the colder air moving up the South Island, and it brings with it a little bit of wet weather into Canterbury, nothing too serious, and some snow up in the mountains. Meanwhile, the low moves out of Australia and will start to deepen now. We've got a cold southerly coming through, so Adelaide, as I mentioned, you've got a cold change on the way. As we get to Friday, that cold southerly blows through Adelaide, it comes in across Melbourne and Hobart, and eventually by Friday night comes into Sydney as well. But on the other side, mild northerlies start to return to New Zealand, at least for the North Island. That colder change in the South Island goes right up to Marlborough. You'll notice your temperatures in Blenheim are right down on Friday compared to where they are today. And then that system starts to move in. Pretty dry, good for field days. Might be a bit of fog though. That's the biggest problem, and in New Zealand, fog affects flights. That's why we built the New Zealand Fog Forecaster, which you can find at ruralweather.co.nz if you're travelling anywhere at all this weekend. So Friday's temperatures, as you can see, below average right up that eastern side, but on the western side, warmer than average, and warmer than average up there for Mystery Creek. And I mentioned that windy weather on Friday over in Australia. These areas here in the orange going up towards gale force, so it will be pretty blustery. As we get into Saturday, strong winds, maybe gale force around coastal parts of Sydney and other parts of coastal New South Wales. Quite a big low, and it's driving down a mild, sort of windy northerly for New Zealand. A couple of heavy falls, and the good news is for Hawke's Bay, who needs the rain, you've got some on the way, maybe 30 or 40 millimetres coming in over the weekend and the start of next week. Here is the rainfall update for Saturday. These areas here in the blue getting up to around 70, 80 millimetres potential on Saturday. So there could be some heavy falls coming through there, 30s and 40s in that pink zone. So that's still a fair bit of rain coming through on Saturday. Snow as well, I forgot to mention. This is covering Friday, Saturday and Sunday, 3 days worth. And it shows some heavy falls up here, 20, 30 centimetres. And one little spot here, potentially getting up over 50, 60 centimetres, but that's a pretty isolated area. That's to do with that rain that's coming in from the North Island. So this is how it looks as we go through Sunday. That big low is over the North Island. There are dry areas. I got asked today, is it going to rain in Hastings on Sunday? Yes, it might do, but it also might dry right out again as that rain pushes down and into the upper South Island. And by the time we get to Monday, this big low pressure system moving out to the east, a colder southerly coming in now as far north as Taranaki, and a big high pressure belt growing over Sydney, calming weather down for you. That is all from me. We will be back again tomorrow with our next update.